Hey, it's Aaron. Today I'm sitting in a 2021 Chevrolet Tahoe in the Z71 package. Check it out. This is a much improved SUV. The Tahoe now is a little bit bigger, a little bit on the inside especially, a little bit bigger, more spacious. It's much more modern, lots of technology in this. Just nicely done. There are a few things to talk about. First off, the Tahoe in four-wheel drive starts out at $59,200, so $59,200. This particular one that I'm sitting in with a whole bunch of options added on is at $68,940. That's like $9,000 in options right there. But most of those options are well worth it. I would say that the Z71 package at $5,735, totally worth it. With that, you're getting a little more off-road stuff. You're getting some added stuff like Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, wireless. Yeah, Chevy's rolling that out across the board. What else is added on there? The rear seat entertainment is over and above the Z71 package. You can take or leave that. We used it a little bit this week, but honestly, I've seen way better ones. Tablets are a whole lot cheaper. Speaking of which, this does have Wi-Fi hotspot and a few other things. The Tahoe is still run by the 5.3 liter V8. Really nice engine, good and smooth. They did some work on the piping, so it sounds a little more rumbly and muscular inside the vehicle. Outside the vehicle, not really that loud, which is good. You know, when you're in the parking lot, it doesn't sound loud. It just sounds like another vehicle running. When you get in, though, you have that kind of in the background. It gives you a sense of capability, I think is the word to use. So nicely done there. Really smooth 10-speed automatic. Chevy, GM in general, they've really done a good job of just smoothing out that 10. It's a great transmission. The four-wheel drive system in this is really good. I got to try it. You can see the weather out here. I literally used this to barrel my way out of a driveway with 8 inches of snow on it. I've driven around with this like this, and I took it off-road. I'll show you some photos. Bounced around in the hinterlands before the snow came. So nicely done. The four-wheel drive is good in this. I wouldn't compare it to, you know, serious off-road like Jeep or something, but it's really good. Also, I would point out that the fuel economy is better than rated. The EPA says 20 miles a gallon on the highway for this. I would say that's a fairly conservative number. I am at 6,400 feet in altitude, and this vehicle doesn't have turbocharging, so there's nothing making up for that altitude. It's still sucking in natural air. With that, I still beat the EPA's number by 1, so I still got 21 mpg on my highway loop. So very good job on that. The rest of the ratings are 16 miles a gallon in the city, 18 miles combined. So well done there. Couple of beefs that I have. One, the Wi-Fi hotspot requires a little bit of digging now to get to in the menus. That's a little bit annoying, especially if you already have like Android Auto or CarPlay running. Then you really have to dig, because those just get in the way when you're trying to I just want to see what the password for Wi-Fi is, right? Set your kids up or something. The other thing I don't like is this has remote start. The remote start does not turn on the seat heaters or the defrost. At the very least, I want the remote start to run the defrost. I don't care if it's summertime and you just set it as a default that it always runs defrost. It's really annoying that it doesn't do that by default. That's defeats the purpose of defrost to me, right? If I'm looking out the window going, it's single digit numbers, there's frost all over the car, I don't want to go out there, click, and start it up, I expect the windows to defrost. Sorry. Anyway, other than that, there's a few little things that I don't understand. There's this weird storage cubby over on the dash. But other than that, really well done. I like the design of the interior. It's more spacious than it was before. Not as good as, say, a Ford Expedition, but this isn't quite as big as that either. The Tahoe is slightly smaller, but really nicely done interior. Love the cargo space. Big, flat, easy to get to. Nice cargo back there. And towing. Towing is integral to this. It has trailer brake controls built into the left of the steering wheel, and just I love to see that. I didn't get to test it this week, which was lame. And then the other thing is the gear shifting. They moved away from levers and knobs. It's little buttons that you trigger pull like this, so you pull back on them. I'll show you a photo of that. Not a huge fan of that, but you get used to it pretty quick, so I guess there's that. Anyway, nicely done. This is the all-new 2021 Chevrolet Tahoe in the Z71 package. Talk to you again soon.